Guys, Czar here. Hope all is well. Trust you're having a good day. It's 11:28 a.m. No trades this morning. Lots of movement, but not a lot of, or no real optimal setups for my model. That's my alarm going off in the background there telling me that Twilight Zone's beginning in 3 minutes or so. So this is the Three Sisters, guys. I wanted to click record here in case something sets up during the Twilight Zone, since there was nothing here this morning. This is the S&P, guys, looking at the 30-minute zones. I'm going to make those full screen. Just really focus on the 30-minute chart here. 1, 2, 3, 4 candles so far. We're on the fourth, of course, for the New York session. Here is the NASDAQ, also at a zone, looking to break above. Already has, actually. And then, of course, the Dow in a range. I'm going to ignore the Dow for now. Watching the S&P. Let's go over to the, watching there. And let's go back to the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, guys, right here. Buying long over that candle wick right there. Right there. On a buy stop. So I'm not in. Price has to break through that white line. Stop below that piece right there. You see that? Here we go. Bear with me for one moment as I move to my own platform to set things up here. And now waiting to cross that white line. Patience. And I'm in, guys. And I'm in right there. Yeah, just moving my brackets. Okay, here we go. I'm long the NASDAQ here, guys, in the Twilight Zone. I don't love trading into the Twilight Zone, but sometimes that's where the optimal opportunities come when we have price action like this. We'll see. See, we have a bearish daily configuration here based on the daily bar only or candle, breaking Friday's low handily, but then dropping right into and rejecting slightly from the 21 EMA. We'll see if that follows through or not from here. I'll put you on pause, guys. I'll be cutting out dead air, sideways grinding action, non-teaching moments, things like that to keep this video nice and tight. I'm going to place my markers now. We'll come back and see how this thing plays out, even though it is the Twilight Zone. And target 1 has been hit. So the 1-hour all-or-nothing trader has left the game with full profitability. And the 2-hour move stop to break even at 1 hour, of course, has moved. Their stop to break even right there because prices hit 1 hour. So they'll be looking for either a 2R or a break even, a 0, and nothing in between. Of course, the 1.5 hour and 2 hour all or nothing traders will be sitting here waiting to see what happens. Now, a little trickier, of course, to get full follow through during the Twilight Zone, but this model is mechanical in nature. The primary target of 1 hour has been hit, but we're going to play this out and see if we can get the 1.5 and the 2 hour as well for the sake of the model. Be right back. And target 2 has been hit, and so the 1.5 hour all or nothing trader has left the game with full profitability. And the 2 hour all or nothing is, of course, sitting here waiting to see what happens. Nice little reversal going on here, and it is during the Twilight Zone, but sometimes that's a coin flip one is willing to take after you see this nice, clean, very extended move here on all three, by the way. Not just on the NASDAQ, but on the S&P and the Dow as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue candles, or red candles for you perhaps, and then the bottoming out here, and then the break above right at the close of the European markets, and so that can really work in your favor. The reality is too, we have this daily chart here with the daily candle that broke many days low and then rejected off, which is right here, this rejection down here, rejected off the 21 EMA to give us a little bit of a nice bounce. Willing to take the risk on that, and so far paying off very well. I'll be right back. And we're done, guys. We hit the target 3, 2R. So the 2R all or nothing trader has left the game with full profitability, and all 4 models were profitable. Had to wait for this one this morning, guys. It's 11:59. It's 1 minute to noon right now, and finally got a nice trade. 2R to start the week. Very pleased with that, given how messy this was. And again, the movement, as you can see here, is not particularly messy, but in relation to what the NASDAQ was doing versus the S&P versus the Dow, and the divergences earlier on makes it a messy proposition to decide what to do and where to enter, if to enter or not. And then, of course, also entering this trade coming into the twilight zone. It can be a bit of a risk, but under the circumstances, made sense to flip that coin. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Have an amazing afternoon. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.